1 week from tomorrow, Prince William and Kate Middleton will walk down the aisle at Westminster Abbey. And that is where this morning another royal celebration is happening. CBS News royal contributor Victoria Arbiter is outside Buckingham Palace this morning. She joins us with the very latest. Victoria, good morning. I guess good afternoon where you are. It's sort of 2 in 1 this morning at Westminster Abbey because there's actually a religious ceremony that's happening today, but it's also the Queen's birthday.
Yes, the Queen turns 85 today, and I think it's kicking off what promises to be a spectacular 10 days for the royal family. She did attend the Maundy Thursday service at Westminster Abbey this morning, commemorating the Last Supper between Jesus and his apostles. And while she was at the service, she presented the Maundy Money Purse to 85 men and 85 women, one for every year of her life, or pensioners. It's a tradition that dates back to the 13th century, although back in the day the sovereign was expected to wash the feet of the poor. Thankfully, the Queen did not have to do that this morning. And of course, the next time we see her, it'll be at Westminster Abbey for the big day.
Quite a big celebration. For folks who aren't familiar, though, just give us a little recap, too, of you talked about what they used to do for Maundy Thursday. They're actually handing over money. And it has to do with alms for the poor in many ways, correct?
That's right. It's the Queen acknowledging the poor, their basically what they've done for their community, for the churches. Back in the day as well, they used to give clothes and food, and they would wash the feet in tribute to Jesus washing the feet of the apostles. That is a tradition that doesn't happen anymore, but they are given newly minted money now, and it's really just honouring their commitment to their communities.
And as you mentioned, it coincided with her birthday. First time I think that ever happened for her. Yesterday, there was a little lunch, which was actually rather big news. Tell us about that.
It was big news, Erica, and there's a couple of newspapers with egg on their faces this morning because they were reporting with outrage that the Middletons were not going to meet the Queen before the wedding day. It turns out the Queen and Prince Philip did host the Carol and Michael, Kate's parents, to lunch at Windsor Castle yesterday. There were a few members of the household present. It was a private affair, so details are scarce, but one royal aide did tell us that there was a very warm atmosphere, it was very jolly, and the ice has been broken ahead of the big day.
Which is very nice, so no one has to worry anymore about that. Boy, talk about egg on your face, saying they're never going to meet as they're sitting there having lunch. I bet they probably got a laugh over those newspapers. There are more pictures out this morning. More pictures out this morning of Kate out and about shopping.
Yes, Kate is definitely getting her honeymoon wardrobe together. She was spotted back on the King's Road. She was wearing a black dress by her favourite designer, Issa. It's interesting that she was budget shopping, but she was wearing a £400 dress, but looking fabulous all the same. She is just keeping her allegiance to the British stores, but she's spreading the love a little bit. She was in Whistles this time, and no doubt the folks at Whistles are getting ready to sell out of all their inventory today based on Kate.
It must be interesting to walk around and then behind you have things that are announcing your wedding, as we just saw in that one picture of Kate. There are also reports out that Kate and William visited Princess Diana's grave.
One newspaper is reporting that this morning. Clarence House are not going to comment on this. They said it would be a very private matter if indeed it did happen. But it makes sense that William would want to take Kate to the final resting place of his mother. They're thought to have gone last week to Althorpe, which is the Spencer family estate, has been since the 16th century. And they went on a boat over to the island and visited Diana's final resting place, as well as the 2 trees that William and Harry planted following her funeral.
Victoria Arbiter, always a pleasure, and I'm glad the weather is holding. Let's hope it keeps up for next week. Looks like another beautiful day in London. Thanks.
Fingers crossed, Erica. Good talking to you.